talked week one. The wide receiver core has really been strong with Nico Collins and obviously Donovan from Peoples-Jones last week. Just kind of talk about the growth of this, the core that you guys have built.
Yeah, a big emphasis in camp was, doing better than we did last year. I don't know the statistic, but, we only had a few touchdowns in the receiver room, and I'm pretty sure we doubled that in 3 games this year. So that's just something to work off of, and, it makes us happy coming back on, Sundays and Mondays, knowing that we did well, did our part.
A lot of the guys talked right before the season about how much of a mentorship role that you had and everything. How does that manifest, and what do you, especially throughout the season?
Yeah, I just try to be a guy they can lean on. I don't really harp on him or anything. I just try to be there for him. Give him advice. Let him know I'm someone they can talk to about football or non-football related issues, and I think they've taken that with good open arms, and they've welcomed me as a leader, and I appreciate that.
Caesar said you guys have been talking since winter conditioning about winning the Big Ten title or striving for that. Can you just kind of share some, is there something you guys say or chant or break down, or how does that manifest itself?
I think that's just our goal, our outright goal, just to get to Indianapolis, to play in that big game, get an extra game in the season. And we really want to do that, and whether it's win the Big Ten championship on 3 and we break it down, or just small things like that. Strength coaches yelling, all right, we got to get to Indy, things like that. So.
How often do you look up at the Big Ten banners in the indoor building and kind of?
Yeah, we when we practice indoor, we do a little stretch, and they'll have us face the national championship banners, just kind of keep our minds on it.
So what the Big Ten ones? They're on another wall, right?
Yeah, we're focused on all of those. Yeah, so.
What's the biggest area of growth you've seen out of Nico Collins in the last year?
I definitely think maturity. Last year, he was kind of just an X receiver, line up on the left, run a route. But this year, he's lining up on both sides, doing it all, helping other guys as well. So I think he's definitely matured and molded into his role as a solid receiver.
How would you describe his personality?
Funny guy, quiet sometimes, but just a great guy.
Seems like he likes to dance a lot.
Yeah. We always laugh at what dance he's going to choose to do, or what kind of dance move him and Donovan are going to do. It's funny.
Any early thoughts on Nebraska?
Nope, not yet. I'm going to check them out a couple minutes here and see what they do.
Can you speak to the growth of just sort of the 2017 wide receiver class between Oliver Martin and PPJ and Nico Collins?
Say that again.
Can you just speak to their growth in general and sort of the strides?
Yeah, they've all made big strides. Donovan takes on a big role, playing receiver and punt returner. That's a lot of pressure, and he's handled that well. He had a few mistakes last year at punt returner, but he's done that really well this year. Came in, no mistakes so far. Nico, like I said, he's just a great guy. He was limited last year. Now he's full go. Just letting him loose. And Oliver as well. He's taking some packages and running with him and doing well, making no mistakes. So all those guys are really filling their shoes really well.
How do you feel that they've come along in the sense of, obviously you've been a 4-year player, but how do you assess when you see Donovan go out there and have games like he did? Where along the timeline, is he falling? Is he ahead of schedule? Or is he coming along on schedule?
Yeah, when his time's done here, I think that's when he'll be able to really judge, if he was ahead or behind. But anytime someone scores 3 touchdowns in a game, that's pretty impressive, and I'm sure that's in some record book somewhere. So I'm happy for him on that. That really got me excited. But everyone's going along at their own pace and just play and see how it goes.
As far as helping the younger receivers, is there a common aspect, a technique thing, or something that young receivers don't really know? You do now.
Just coming in, it's a different speed, and just the language of the playbook is pretty deep. So I just try to help them focus on the things that they need to know, playbook wise, and just little things. Just bring it down to the practice field. Just hey, do this better a little bit. Curve this route a little bit more, or something like that. Just those subtle things that stick with you, and you can help yourself make improvements on.
Has that language been consistent over the last few years? Obviously the head coach has been the same, but some of the position coaches have changed. Do they adapt to what you guys already have going?
Yeah, some things change. That's just football. Things change, but generally same thing.
Grant, in the last game, what was the difference for you guys that made you so much more effective in the second half versus first half?
I think we just we came out with we just wanted it more in the second half. Our defense was on the field for a long time in the second half, but that gave us offense a little bit more rest. So we went out there and just had some good play calls and we executed them well.
Brandon, I apologize.